Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the review. This time is of the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Cross Z Magma. Uh, gotta say, I'm already biased. I'm a huge Kamen Rider fan. I'm a huge Team Banjo fan. And if you watch Kamen Rider Build, you would already know where I stand with this, and I'm sticking to it. I said what I said. But anyway, let's jump into this review. We're gonna talk about Kamen Rider Cross Z Magma, the final form to Kamen Rider Cross Z, which is super duper dope. So let's get started. Just in case you wonder what that is, I collect the DX toys as well, but you should probably guess that by now for me. Anyway, gotta say the look on this guy is absolutely phenomenal. It's one of those things where I didn't think it would be done really well or it hinder some articulation, which it has in some places, but it's still it resonates with me. It looks well. The amount of color separation and different highlights, it just really works really well for me. And I love this suit design. Like, I love all the build designs. There's one that doesn't really like seem out of place to me, but I really like Cross Magma. So this is dope for me. As you can see, the little bit of highlights and different color of yellows and oranges throughout the body looks really good. These are a nice translucent orange, so they shine light through it really well. And then we have the Magma Knuckle, which can be taken out, which I'm going to go through, obviously. But yeah, just the first look at him is just straight up. Even the back fins, which allow him to fly, which he makes magma wings from, they're pretty sturdy. I actually dropped him by accident and nothing broke, so I'm super duper happy about that. But the look on this is just fabulous. Anyway, as always, we're going to jump into articulation. So the head can look up, it can look down, and it can look left and right, and even have some expression from tilting. The only issue you'll have is that because of the chest plate and the collar around the back of his neck, it's going to hinder the articulation looking really far left and right. As you can see, he can do it, but it kind of tilts his head towards left and right. So it's very much possible, but obviously it's going to look pretty crazy at certain angles if you don't know what you're doing. But overall, I don't think it's a lose-lose situation on that. The back fins actually are just in place. They don't move, just like in the show. But obviously with real life suit design, they get a little wobbly. So here you actually have a ton of stability here. The arm articulation uses the pull-out method for an extra bit of extension. And since the shoulder blades are attached on the top of the shoulder, it allows you to get a nice bit of rotation articulation that would be hindered otherwise, which is really cool. What's also really cool is they kind of made it a little hollow so that way when you come up and over the shoulder, as you can see there, it went inside of the piece here. So it's really cool because now you can lift up the arm without it being too hindered. The arm is, the arm does have bicep swivel, and the arm is double jointed. But because of the magma armor here, you can't get the arm to go really far in. This is about as far in as it goes. It's a little bit past the 90-degree angle, but it's not too much. But because of the magma armor, it can't go further. I tried to rotate it, and there's no rotation there. But you do get your standard ball joint articulation at the wrist, which is still pretty good. As far as the waist articulation, you get standard build articulation, which is left, right. You can go forward some, but he has his knuckle duster in the belt as a transformation device, so it kind of hinders it going forward. You even get the front flap, which I was wrong about a few times. It actually has always been that way. Mine was just really stiff before. And then you go back and it comes back in, but you do get a nice set of articulation. The legs have been hindered in no shape or form, so you get the classic, you can pull down and get the extra articulation, the thigh swivel, and you can go really far forward, and it's double jointed going back. You do lose a little bit of ankle pivot with him. They gave him some sort of new boot design, so his ankle articulation is not all that. As you can see, it barely rotates, but it does fully rotate this way, but the ankle rockers barely get anything in there. But I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. There's also toe pivot as well. I don't think that'll be too much problem with him and the way his design is. Unless you want to do something super crazy, then I can totally see why it'd be hindered. Anyway, let's get you in a really nice pose. And we're going to talk about your accessories. I love this banjo design. So now we're going to take your henshin device, which is the Magma Knuckle. Now the Magma Knuckle is really cool because you can actually rotate it into his knuckle duster form. and you can actually remove his full bottle with which is the Dragon Magma full bottle. Now, oh, let me not kill myself. This is the glowing version, which is inside of the belt. You actually also get another version when it's not lit up. It's actually pretty hollow. And just in case you don't know what that is, what's going to happen is I'll show you. Just like this one. This one is from the DX toy. It's the same bottle, so it's reminiscent of its tiny counterpart. So yeah, that's really cool. And when it's inside the belt, it lights up and it glows, and that's why you get this gold one. You can also change the Knuckle Duster to its combat form, which I'm going to do right now, as soon as I put this full bottle back in. And what you do is it has little plates on the front, so you can cover it back up to its non-henshin form. And now you can punch people with it, which is really cool. I really love this form for that. As far as hand accessories, you get open palms. So you could do the do it to him pose with one closed fist, one open one. And you get hands in each side for holding the Knuckle Duster. Just to give you guys a heads up, he can also hold his beat crosser. So don't stress that. He can totally still hold it. Banjo is really dope, and this is the final form. So this is a really fun time to take photos of it. I was really cool with it. Hopefully I could take a ton more, but I'm just out of it and quite busy dealing with my wedding. So I don't know if I'm going to. But his look overall is just really cool. Now, even articulation wise, as you can see here, he can actually get down on a one knee pose and actually look really good doing it. So this is really dope. It's easy articulation, easy fun. It's just one of those figures that look really cool and can actually look cool doing basic things. Just standing here doing action poses, he looks really good. So the blend of the black, the orange, the yellows, it was a great color scheme and a great design to go with. This is one of my favorite toys right now. It really sucks that he was web shop. So for those of you who are not fans of paying a middleman or are not trying to get it through a middleman service, this is going to suck for you. But otherwise, I think if you are a fan of the show, this should be a must-have for you easily. Real quick, let me stand him up, and we're going to do some size comparisons. Actually, we're going to go with the build characters first. So we're going to compare him to his actual other forms first, and then compare him to other build characters. So here he is with his Crush Charge, which is, I don't know why they deemed this one his super form, but I'm guessing because the slash driver itself was quite powerful. Here he is next to his base Cross Z form. And then we're going to do it with his Great Cross Z. So you can see the kind of like an evolution for him. Not in order though, but you can definitely see the evolution for this character. And it's really, really fun. Actually, let me fix his waist a little and his head, so that way he looks a little bit better with them. What's also really cool is that the other forms can hold the Knuckle Duster as well, which is really fun. Now we're going to compare him to a bunch of other characters from the line, so we can see how it looks. Oh crap, I forgot to take out Build, so maybe I'll do a picture with that later. Here he is next to Rogue. Rogue has the SHF upgrade kit from a third party that I got, so his head stands a little bit taller, and it has a different faceplate. Here he is next to your boy Grease. And last but not least, Bloodstock. I gotta find my Hellbros. I don't know what I did with those guys. So here he is next to Bloodstock. So size-wise, we see where everyone kind of stands. And now we're gonna compare it to other various lines, so you guys can see where Magma stands with it. Here he is next to a Renewal Kamen Rider Amazing Mighty Kuga. As you can see, he's actually a little bit taller than him, which I didn't expect, so that's pretty cool. Here he is next to a Mythic Legions Veritas. Now, as we know, the Mythic Legions are actually pretty big, so it's cool to see these guys in a bunch of different sizes. Comparisons. Next up, we have an Articulated Icons Ninja. And Banjo is actually a little bit taller than him. So this is what's really cool, because I don't expect SHF to even be taller than Articulated Icons. Normally, they are smaller. So it seems they have given Banjo a little bit of height which is really cool. Here he is next to a synthetic human. Here he is next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man size character. So yeah, he actually fits in really well with just about every scale at this point, which is really dope. Normally they stand a little smaller, so this is fun to see. Last but not least, we're going to do a Mezco character and then a Neca Predator, because the Neca Predators are pretty cool and I've been playing with them a lot. So here we are, using my Frank Castle / Cable. And I've been having a lot of fun with the Bad Blood Predator. So here he is, just the scale. So as you can see, he's gigantic. But yeah, pretty fun. All in all, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it informative. And I hope you enjoyed this cool Kamen Rider review. But most of all, I hope you guys are doing good, being good, continue to drink your water. Later, guys.